What is going on, everybody? I am Benningfield. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. If you enjoy this video, press that like button and follow me on Twitter at Benningfield01. We always post when a live stream starts or new video drops. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Deluxo, which is right behind me. A beautiful car. I'm so excited for this car in the game. We're going to cover my opinions and thoughts on it, and I'm going to cover the facts and all that have to do with this car. Hopefully helps you decide whether it's a purchase you want to make, and give my opinions on it, whether it's a purchase you should make. Now, big disclaimer, I'm a huge movie car fan, if you can't tell, if you don't watch my channel or whatever, but if you can't tell, I do a lot of movie car builds, so, and I have plenty of money in the game, so it was a must purchase for me. As soon as I knew the DeLorean was coming, the Deluxo was coming back to GTA, I knew I was purchasing it, and the fact that it has some of these features made it even easier purchase for me. But we'll get into all that here in a minute. We're going to cover like the important stuff on it and whether you should buy it. First things first, it is on the Warstock site. So you bring up your phone, go to the internet, go to Warstock. Now I have it for $3,550,000. If you did not do the missions to get the discounts, it is $4.7 million. So you're saving $1.2 million roughly. Now, for those of you wondering how you unlock that, you have to own a facility, you have to start up the Doomsday Heist, you have to be the one hosting, you just need to do the setup, the prep and the setup that uses the Deluxo to unlock it. But yeah, we'll go ahead and read this while we're in here, but yeah, you save $1.2 million by doing that, but that does require owning a facility. So whether that's worth it to you or not, that's a whole separate thing. But the future is here, and it has gull-wing doors. Never again must you choose between drama of open road and majesticity of flight. Good, I can't even read. Never again will you feel the lurch of panic as you accidentally drive off a cliff. And the click of a button, you will soar over trees, mountains, sharks, and slough-jad competition, and anything else you choose. So, coming straight out of it, it flies. It has a hover mode and a flight mode. That is default when you purchase it. You can save it. It is a personal vehicle. You can save it in any garage that you would like, and you can even customize it at any Los Santos Customs or any of your office garage workshop or anything like that. And the only option it does not have is the weapon upgrade, and we'll get into that later, but you can do the armor, the brakes, all that stuff, and the exhaust. It has a few options on there, and explosives you probably don't want to add. It's got 4 options for the bumpers, so that's not too bad. The grill, you have several options here. So you can go through and you get the badge, D-badge, mesh, stripe, all different kinds of options there. And for the hood, we have another 5 options total, counting the stock hood. So, like I said, it has pretty decent customization on it, actually. The lights is just a normal xenon and the underglow. Lost theft, we got the plate on there. Respray, it does have the primary color, which is all of that, and the nose and the back of it. And if you choose any parts that have secondary color, so there's a couple of them that vary, there'll be your secondary colors. Of course, the skirts, that is an option that I have, so it will depend on your options on the skirt, but there's your secondary color, and your trim does the inside. And we go back on out. Here's the skirts I was talking about. Have secondary vented. They got 3 options. You can have just the standard, the vented, or the secondary vented. Spoiler, we have several options, from little bitty ducktail type spoilers all the way up to big crazy stuff. Transmission turbo, we all know that. Windows, and the same wheel options you have on any cars. But it does have factory, comes with the Back to the Future style rims on it, so that is really cool. Okay, now, if that's all you want the car for, that's fine. If you want the weapon aspect, you have to own one of 2 things. You need the Avenger, which I have right here in front of me, the big helicopter, or your MOC semi-trailer, either of which will need the car customization bay in it, so that's kind of expensive. And in order to own these vehicles, to own this, you have to have the facility, which is, again, is expensive. To own the MOC, you have to have the bunker, which again is expensive. So the money starts piling up when you start looking at it that way, if you want it weaponized. But we'll go ahead and show you. There's only one option for the weapons. It's either no weapons, or you add, well, we'll repair it. It's either no weapons, or you add the mounted MGs and the missiles, which is standard to most vehicles in the game. It's the, we all know what we're talking about. We all know them. It's the regular machine guns, which are pretty much useless. And you have missiles, which are homing missiles or the standard missiles. Oh, and as far as the weapons go on the homing and regular rockets, it has, we'll go to there. We'll fire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. There you go. It's the same as the Vigilante. It shoots 30 rockets, though they do shoot in pretty fast succession, so it is, as far as the rocket speed of shooting, it's a little better than the Vigilante was. Now here's where we get into its special features. This will be what may sway you one way or the other. You just hit X, she folds up, and she's got hover mode. And you just hold your gas, and you just drive along in hover mode. You can go pretty fast in hover mode. Then when you want to fly, you pull back on the left stick, and it pulls your wings out. It's kind of slow in the air. It's actually very slow in the air. It's one of the, it has to be like one of the slowest air vehicles, if not the slowest. But a wonderful feature that it does have is that it can fly, so you have that option. And the hover mode is actually pretty fast and pretty fun to play around with, actually. And if you're in hover mode, it'll hover above the water, just the same as it does land. We'll get over here and we'll show you that here in just a second. But actually, when you're over the water, it makes it technically the fastest boat in game, even though it's not really a boat. But it handles the waves really good, so you don't have to have the flight on. You can just have just the hover mode. Like I said, we'll get down. I'll drop down, show you what I'm talking about. I click just the hover mode on. Just hold down on your gas like you're going. And you can see all I'm doing is holding the gas. I'm not adjusting for anything, and it handles the waves really well. And it is the fastest and best handling boat, even though it's technically not a boat. So, comes to the important question. Is it worth the purchase? Now, as much as it breaks my heart to say this, if you're the average GTA player, no, it's not. It's a very expensive vehicle. Like I said, if you already own the stuff, even with the discounts, you're talking $3.5 million. And if you don't have the facility and the stuff to get the discount price, you're talking 4.7. And realistically, it's not going to do a lot for you that something cheaper couldn't do better. Like, as far as using it for like office stuff, collecting crates or something, you're better off with the Buzzard. Missions, you can't even use it in heist. I'm not 100% sure whether you can use it in missions, but even if you could, it's not bulletproof, so you cannot, it's not going to be as effective as the Kuruma would be in using in missions. So you're buying it pretty much for one of two reasons. You really enjoy the cool features of the flight and the hover, which they are really, really cool. Don't get me wrong. If you have lots of money and you think that's a really cool features and you want it, absolutely buy it. And second reason to buy it is the reason I did, nostalgia. I am a huge movie fan, and Back to the Future is way up there on my list of all-time favorite movies. So regardless of what this car was going to be and what options it had and what price it was, I was going to buy it. I mean, I love the car. DeLorean is just an awesome car. But yeah, guys, unfortunately, I have to give personal opinion on the car. I love it, and I bought it. If you have a lot of money and you love the movie, or you want to be able to hover around even though it's not really practical in game, go ahead. But if you're the average GTA player and you're not a fan of the movie, you're just wondering whether it's a good purchase to be an actual useful vehicle in your inventory to actually use to make money or efficiently kill people, even that, if you're a PvP player, yeah, it has lock-on rockets, but the hovering is so slow, you're going to be a sitting duck for any kind of targets, or anybody shooting at you, you're just going to be a sitting duck target. So yeah, it's not good for PvP. Like I said, most missions you can't use it, and even if you could use it, there's better vehicles for the money. So that is my final thoughts on it, guys. I'm sorry it had to be so sad for those of you that love it, but that love the movie, but But yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys coming out. I am Benningfield. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, press that like button. And as always, follow me on Twitter at Benningfield01. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.